Skull first. This is your skull, right? It's your skull. And you do the. Give me a couple things that you do. Okay, so and do it like this? You do it in purple, right? Okay, all right. So the purple is frontal. This orangey color is parietal. Okay, the green is temporal. The purple is occipital. And then do you do the whole?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the foramen magnum. Okay, there we go. You go zygomatic? Nope. Okay, what else do you do? Okay, sorry. Mastoid process, and then the styloid process is this pointy thing down here. So mastoid process, styloid process. Okay, and then the top, thank you very much. That was very sweet of you. And there's the coronal suture, which is this line. So think coronal cut. Anything else for you? Okay, now let's do the Keely's skull. So she's got zygomatic, she's got the nasal, she's got the lacrimal, which is right here inside the eye. Then we're going to flip that. Oh, she's also got the maxilla. We'll flip this around, and you'll see the purple is the ethmoid. And then next, right in the middle of that, there is this long line. That's the cribriform plate. The red is the sphenoid bone. This is the lesser wing. This is the greater wing of the sphenoid bone. And where the pituitary gland sits is the sella turcica. Did I miss any? Okay, and then thank you. And then palatine, which is right here, which is the roof of the mouth. Okay, let's do now scapula. So this is the scapula, and this would be the scapula on the right-hand side, so it's like that. Okay, so I'm going to rip it out of my body. Okay, so we've got the spine of the scapula here. Then we've got the supraspinous, which is on top. That's a supraspinous fossa. We've got the infraspinous fossa, which is underneath the spine. We've got the glenoid fossa, where the humerus goes. The flat one is the acromion process, the acromion process. That's where the acromial end of the clavicle meets. And then we've got this little guy, which is the coracoid process on the scapula. Now the humerus. Okay, on the humerus, correct, this is your upper arm bone. You've got the head, you've got the greater tubercle, and then right next to that is the lesser tubercle. So head, greater tubercle, and then lesser tubercle. Then you've got that line right there is the anatomical neck, and then the surgical neck is right below that. This kind of bumpy part right here is the deltoid tuberosity. Then the little dip right in here, that's the olecranon fossa. If I keep my finger on that and flip it, okay, that is going to be the trochlea. And then this little bump next to it is the capitulum. Okay, so here's the olecranon fossa. There's the trochlea. Flip it around, and you can see this little bump right here is the capitulum. Let's do the mandible. The mandible is, this is the mental foramen. This is the body. This is the angle right here, the angle. So just think angle. And then the ramus. And then the condyloid process, because it articulates with the skull. And the coronoid process, coronoid. So we got condyloid, coronoid, ramus, body. Now the foot, these are the phalanges, these are the metatarsals. These three bones right here together are the cuneiforms. Here's the navicular, this is the cuboid, this is the talus, and this is the calcaneus, so the foot, or the heel, calcaneus, and then talus next to that. Okay, the navicular is underneath the cuneiforms, those three bones, and this, of course, looks like a cube. The hand, I'm not going to go through all the pieces because you're not going to have to identify those other than the distal, middle, and proximal phalanx, and then this is the metacarpals. The carpals themselves you'll have to know just that phrase that will help you remember this. We'll just go in order. Scaphoid, lunate, triquetrum, pisiform, trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, hamate. The hyoid bone. Here's a hyoid bone. This is the greater cornu, the lesser cornu, and the body. And then finally for you today is the femur. Here's the head and neck. The big guy is the greater trochanter. The little guy is the lesser trochanter. That little notch is the fovea capitis or fovea capitis. Then we go down to, we look at the head, so the head is here. Okay, so this is the medial condyle and lateral condyle. And that, of course, articulates with the tibia. So there's the head, and you know that the medial is here, the lateral is here.